My name is Beatrice Blue. I'm from Spain, from a little village by the mountains. I didn't go to university, although I'd love to. I know it sounds weird, but instead I traveled and learned from many places I wanted to. And masters I loved, and I never stopped practicing really. It was a lot of hard work. Since I was 19, I've lived in New York City, Miami, London, Madrid right now. I'm currently back in Spain, at a little house by the forest. I've been in love with painting since I first grabbed a brush, and I think I was 3 at the time. But I guess it got serious when I went to New York, and since then it's been a long search and huge passion for color, light, form, and everything that has to do with it. I'm currently working in an animation feature film, and I also illustrate books for different publishers, so similar things as a freelancer. And I'm currently working from home, both for the movie and the freelances. I wake up early, I have coffee with my doggy and my husband by the garden, and then I start working. I usually don't stop until 2 p.m. or so, and then I go back to work at around 4. Afternoons are often used for personal projects or paintings that I want to do sometimes. And once a week or so, we go to the woods to work. For example, I think tomorrow, which is exciting. It's something great and refreshing, really, because it gives me better perspective about so many things. And then when you go back to work, you're kind of like if you weren't on a vacation for one day or something, and it's pretty cool. Most people ask me to describe my style of illustration, and I'm not quite sure how to answer that. I believe my work and many people's work is some sort of linear transition formed by a mix of several things. How they feel at the moment, what they're currently feeling or experiencing, what they're living or where they're living, their day-by-day basis, and so many other things all together in one little pack. So the style changes, it's some kind of variation that goes into a transitional kind of thing. Sometimes it changes a lot, sometimes not at all, sometimes just a little bit. Depends on all the things that I already talked about. In my case, I always try to grow up as a person and as an artist. That makes me try so many things every day, which makes my style gradually change. People have been asking lately if I have any projects or ideas I'm working on, and the answer is yes, I am. I'm looking forward to showing you actually, but for now, I can't see anything. I also get the question, how is my personality reflected in my work? I guess I'm a very positive person. I'm curious. I think a lot all the time. In a way, that's what I aim to reflect in my work. When you get like a positive image, you automatically smile, and that's what I would love everyone to do. Either smile or feel curious about something, like, oh, what is she telling me here? Or wanting to know the story behind the drawing. Those things I really like. I really hope that's what's reflected in my work. My inspirations come from many places, from many places. From reading, from nature, from long walks, from memories, wishes, images that I see or that I look for. From talking to my husband, my sister, my dog sometimes. Really cool ideas come from there. We talk a lot. Also songs, dreams, of course, travels, definitely travels. The best piece of advice I've ever received, there's so many of them, but I remember one of my New York teachers, Gabriela Deloso, going around the class saying constantly, less is more, with a pencil like that, less is more. And I'll never forget that. That was really helpful, and it's still really helpful. Also, my mom often told me not to give up, and that's a lot to thank for. Also, the worst piece of advice I've ever been given, I think when I was 16, I went to art school, and I had never drawn like something cool before. I had a teacher, a guy who was really rude and really bad. He didn't draw very well either, but at that time we were all like, oh my god, he's very hard on us. And he basically pushed me down all the time and told me that I couldn't make that I would never be an illustrator or a painter or anything. And he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna give you a 2 for this painting, 2 out of 10, because it's really awful. And I had really put all my hard work on that. So in a way, it wasn't the worst piece of advice, because I'm very tough and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your butt when I grow up because I'm gonna be real good. But in another way, if I wasn't that tough myself, for someone, like for mainly a lot of people that were in that class were discouraged by him and they never painted again. And that's a worst piece of advice. I think when you've got a teacher or someone that's mentoring you, then you have to try to make the best of you, not try to push you down and see that you don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, that's the worst piece of advice. I'm really hoping to keep growing the way I am right now, I think. To make another animation movie maybe, and maybe in Canada or America this time. Also, I'd like to keep working on children's books, developing my own stories, and being as happy as I am. That's it.